much for joining us during this momentary distraction of simple amusements and magic.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Herren, and welcome to Faust & Company. I am your host tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. I can already see that some of you have already been leaving comments. Frank, Judy, and Judy, hello to you, and thank you once again for your support. I can't tell you enough how excited I am to have my two friends, Raven and Migz, come on the show. It's actually the first time that we will be presenting a duo act here at Faust & Company. Now, I can see that there are a lot of people out there waiting for Raven and Migz, so I won't hold you guys up any further. If you guys, please make some comments out there while we are interviewing our featured guest. We'd love to hear from you. And once again, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce my friends, Raven and Migz. They are regular performers at the Magic Castle in Hollywood and also the Magic Cabaret in Santa Barbara, California. Raven specifically has been performing for over 40 years, creating magic, lecturing, and consulting. Migz specifically has been featured on Penn and Teller Fool Us and also is an award-winning magician. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, and in this case, please, in the comments, virtual threes, in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, Raven and Migz.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Good to be back anywhere, huh? Yeah, right, virtually anyway.
Raven, thank you so much for coming on to Faust & Company. I can already see in the comments that there are plenty of people here watching for you. I can't even keep up with the comments.
We're flattered.
Just to let you know, in fact, before you guys came on, you guys are the first duo act here at Faust & Company. So first off, thank you so much.
We're honored to be here, man. We've been watching your magic for the last year, and I want to give it to you, man. You definitely took the virtual world and made something out of it. So we're happy to be here, and you're a personal friend of ours as well. So we're happy to be here just to have fun and chat and meet some of our friends that follow us. So this is great.
Well, thank you, and likewise. We are in a very strange time, and I know we're here. I wanted you guys to come on to showcase your virtual act or your new virtual act. But before we go into that, guys, I know you're a unique duo act. I have to ask you, how did this duo act begin? Could you give us a little bit of an origin story about Raven and Migz?
All right, I'll give it a quick version. I mean, we both have done magic. We both knew each other from the past. And we were going to a lot of clubs in the Simi Valley, little magic gatherings. They weren't official like IBM or anything. But I noticed, his critiques of certain tricks and mine, we knew there was already some kind of connection there. So one day he says, hey, you want to come to the castle with me and perform downstairs? And I was like, oh, okay. That was, I don't know how long ago.
2017?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, before that.
2016?
Probably 16, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the first night was a success. Now we went on a Wednesday night because we were just trying to, we were going to be brave enough to go on that weekend when it's really busy.
No.
So over time we built that up, and we noticed that on Wednesdays it was kind of slower. So we figured this was only going to be the audience. So why don't we share the audience? So we were like, well, you do a trick, I do a trick. Well, after you do that enough times, there's a little built-in banter because we're both crazy and nuts and funny, and we have to say something to the point where there was a rhythm, and then the audience started asking, hey, are you guys a two-man act?
And we started thinking, I said, hey, maybe we could do something together. Like I'll do a trick and then you can go up and you can do something. And then eventually we began to try to create tricks that we did individually and then make them more of a two-person routine together.
Yeah, we took and again, you got to start from somewhere,
Right.
and that was a good way of putting it because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You could just take something and just take it in a new light.
So we do a combination of the two. Obviously, we include comedy in our act, we include interaction, and then two-man stuff as well as interactive stuff individually. He does more of the sleight of hand. I'm more of the mind reading kind of guy.
Yeah.
I guess together you could say we're slightly mental. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I feel like we said that before. Anyway, I'm sorry. Anyway, so we've been having a great time. And honestly, we do this more for the passion of magic than anything else. We both have regular jobs. This guy has done nothing but kick my magic up over the years. And I hope
I'm the
I've
same
done
here.
the same
I'm the
for
same
him.
here. And the thing is, individually we probably would have been okay, but I think together it accelerated the process because we have accountability. If he sees something sloppy, he's not going to let me get away with it. He's constantly showing videos, and I'm always like here or there. I mean, but not only that, it's not only just about pointing the bad, but it's also pointing the good. He'll say, "Hey, do more of that. Oh, I like that. Can you do more of that? Do you have something more like that?" And that's how if I had done it myself, it would have taken me years. Where with him, we both rose together.
It's been great. It's been nothing but a fantastic journey. And, the COVID thing obviously has put a bump in the road for all of us. It looks like it's taken a turn. We've obviously tried to pivot and do more of the virtual stuff. He wasn't on the bandwagon at first. I kind of jumped on it right away because I like the media anyway. And now we're here. So we have another tool in our belt to be able to perform not only live, but also virtually as well for private parties, corporate events, and things of that nature. And we're doing a public show actually this March 27th at 4 p.m. We'll talk about that more later on. But we'd love to show you what we do together.
Absolutely.
Well, one thing I want to say is, going into the whole virtual thing, one of the things he and I have always done is we've always adapted. There's always an obstacle somewhere. We performed a lot downstairs, what they call the cellar or the dungeon of the castle. There was always an obstacle, whether, for whatever reasons, I'm not going to criticize whether those are good or bad. We didn't complain. We was like, okay, how do we work around this? Okay, now this is thrown us. How do we work around that? And that's, I think, part of the reason our success is because we decided to adapt, and now with this whole virtual thing going on, we're like, well, what do we do? We're stuck. Well, he took the reins, but we adapted.
It's been fun.
That's why we're here.
It's been fun. Like I said, we do it more for the fun than anything else. We're obviously the financial thing is fantastic, but the bottom line is we do this out of the passion of magic. And,
yes.
We enjoyed doing it, Chris. And we're glad to be here tonight to share it with you guys.
In fact, we'd like to show you one of the tricks that we have adapted.
Yes. It would be my pleasure,
into a two-man situation. And we're going to take an old classic you might recognize, but I hope you guys appreciate what we've done with it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
All right, so we want to give you an inside look into the mind of a magician when trying to solve a simple everyday problem.
Indeed. When we were all young, at some point in time, when we were learning to tie our shoes, we wound up getting that lace into a knot. Now, Migz and I are going to demonstrate how a magician removes a knot from a rope. Now, we used to use 2 white ropes until we realized nobody knew when the magic was actually happening.
Well, either that or they just didn't trust us, which is why I now use a red rope.
And I use a white rope for contrast. Now, to start this process up, we first need to get twisted. I'm going to give it a 1, 2, and a 3, Migz. Here we go. Coming at you, brother. Nice twist. Migz will now say the magic words.
Louder,
Migz, louder. No, Migz. The magic words. What do you mean?
Oh, magic word. Yeah. Pull the rope.
I feel like you're making this up as.
No, pull the rope.
Pull the rope.
Yeah, pull the rope. Look.
Pull the. Oh, hey, it really did work. This is pretty good. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I can hear the virtual applause. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the other way.
What do you mean the other way?
Oh, I don't know if I should be showing that.
Nah, man, this is Chris Herren. This is Faust. We got to do a good show tonight. Yeah, show them the other way.
Okay, all right. Well, look, Raven, I'm saying, look, if you grab the white knot, you can actually slide it.
Okay, all right, there you go.
And if you keep sliding it, well, it comes right off.
Excellent.
Here you go.
All right, Migz, we're never going to believe that this knot was part of your rope.
Well, it's not because you have it.
A little nautical humor there for you. No, Migz, it really is part of your rope. He thought I was kidding there. No, it really is.
That's pretty good, Raven, but we can't lie to them.
We're not lying.
No, because look, it really does look like it.
No, it really is part of the rope.
How?
Remember the magic words. You got them doing it now. I can hear them.
They know.
No, the magic words.
Whoa, pull the rope?
Migz, pull the rope. See, Migz, it really is part of the rope.
Well, right again, Raven.
Hey, you know, once in a while,
That's
those
it.
magic
There you
words
go.
really do work, right?
Hey.
Bravo, gentlemen. Bravo.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, Chris. So that's how we've taken like of a two-man, you know, one-person routine, which is, I believe, by Daryl, right? Was
Yeah,
that-
Daryl.
Fantastic.
So even if you know the routine or
Right.
seen it, hopefully we've done something new with it that you haven't seen.
Yeah, or you know, just the byplay and the interaction,
Yes.
and trying to have fun with it, trying to interrelate because there's comedy with you know, just visual stuff, and
Well, I
I think
have
it
to
plays
tell
well
you-
on the virtual platform as well. So
Raven Migz, I have to tell you that you're getting a lot of comments, a lot of threes coming in.
oh,
from-
thank you guys, I really appreciate
You
it.
know, so your act is very appreciative. I can't explain how ecstatic I am, one, to have you guys here. I already know how difficult it is just to perfect an act individually. And here you guys are working together. I have to ask you, you know, what's the creative process like between you two? Who decides what goes in? Who decides what goes out?
Well, here let me talk about it. This is interesting because we have a rule between us that anything goes as far as what you say. There's no how can I put it? We're free to say anything. There's
Outside the box.
nothing's taboo.
Right.
And the reason is because it doesn't matter who comes up with the idea,
Yes.
because what's going to happen is somebody's going to present an idea, and then an idea is going to come off of that, and it's going to ping pong back and forth so many times we don't even know who started what anymore, and it turned into something even better than you originally anticipated.
Right.
So that's a creative process. So he'll say something, and again, it's usually never the first idea. Like, for example, this rope routine. We were at the castle and we were watching Daryl, and
Yeah.
I remember we were, and we was watching it, and for some reason, idea hit. He goes, "Wait a minute, he's got a rope. He's got a rope."
And we could do it.
I go, "Maybe we can, you hold on to one." So we wrote up a quick outline, and that's just to get it going. And then when we get together, we work out, well, what is it? What's the premise? We really quickly worked out.
And I got to be honest with you, anybody that's creative out there, honestly, I've always said this, and you know, the journey to me is part of the fun. Like the whole creative process of just, wow, you get this thing, and then you see it grow, and then years later, here we are doing it virtually, which is a trip, you know.
Right.
But it's fun. I mean, honestly, doing with this character right here, it's nothing but joy. You know, we do the castle and the Peller. It's just all fun, man. It's just I can't wait to do it. And we love performing separately, but together it's a different energy, definitely.
And I do want to add one thing to that. Part of the reason we work so well is because we have our values lined up the same in magic. For example, our big thing is everything's about entertainment. Entertainment first.
Yes.
No matter what we do, it has to connect. It has to be entertaining above anything else. That's number one. If it isn't that, it's not even worth doing.
And what's nice about this, we'll end with this, and we'll maybe do something solo. What's nice about the virtual platform is we were able to add different layers, such as a background or a little bit of music to add to the taste of what Migz is trying to perform. So it's maybe something you couldn't do live all the time. So why not take advantage of that opportunity? And that's why personally you'll see a lot of green screen behind us. We could sort of do it in one room, but if we could journey to anywhere, why not, right? You know.
Absolutely.
So that's
so you mentioned Migz. Migz, you know, you've had quite the journey these last couple years. When I know that I met you sometime 2018, but by then you had already performed at Penn and Teller's Fool Us.
Yeah, I think a few months before, and we met at the 2018 Pacific Coast Association of Magicians, or PCAM convention, and I was just having a great year, and I just knew I had to compete, and in two categories for two different things. And happy to say that I won both. I saw gold medal, but even more than that, I saw you win a gold medal.
Yes,
I think I shouted. I was the one that shouted in the back when you won.
I know. I had your complete support that day, and I couldn't have. It couldn't have been a more fortunate circumstance.
It's like a magic book. It's a great game to see a little magic.
No. All right. Well, why don't you take us to another time, Ray?
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave you guys with Migz here as he gets into his new virtual world there. So, Migz, I'm going to key you up there.
So just to give a little premise, Migz, your specialty is sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
And the stage is yours.
And if you listen to the music, we are now at the medieval times, and I am Sir Migz-a-Lot. The year is 1465. That is the first year of bad accents. No, I can't do it. No, I can't do it. No, it's the first year that playing cards became available to the public. You see, before then, playing cards were made by hand. So really only the rich royalty could afford them. So what's the result of everyone having access to playing cards? Well, cards are social. It brought people together. People played games, put a little wager on it, gambling. What will Las Vegas be without a deck of playing cards? And that's these social gatherings and magicians first came and said those famous words, pick a card, any card. Raven, come back to 1465,
Okay,
pick a card, any
here.
card. Go ahead.
How about this one here? Am I showing this?
Yeah, show everybody, show everybody. Even I
All
could
right,
see
there
it.
we go. You can see that.
Yes,
Show
yes,
it
yes,
to you.
yes.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Okay, 10 of spades. Now, I do want to take a serious moment to say that the advancement of the printing process is one of the most important in human history, because for the first time, we could mass communicate. The pen became mightier than the sword. So to honor that moment, I will make you a perfect copy of this playing card. But I'm not going to use machines, special ink, technology, no. Just the imagination, some magic, and most importantly, copier paper. Yay, because we still need copier paper. In fact, this is what playing cards look like before they're taken to the printing press. They're all blank. Take a few of these and put some of these away. I might do another show later, who knows? Now the idea is to take one of these blank ones, press it against here, and just think, print. And print a perfect copy. Well, is that a perfect copy? Well, it is. Look, it's the mirror image, right? So I could use this as a template to make more cards. See this one with the backs? It's got that all over pattern. Doesn't matter which way. You just take a blank card, go like this, think, print. And print a perfect copy. And yes, we can print in color. Now, any lithographer will tell you that one of the most important aspects of printing is alignment. Like this right here is about the worst alignment you can get. Because if you only get the corner, well, you're only going to get the corner. See, what you got to do is you got to take the whole card, line it up just right, and think, print. Print a perfect copy. Did I get it? Did I finally get it? It's like, yes. Wait, what? Did I?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? I should hold it by the edges. Oh, okay. I got this. Okay, I got this. See, all you got to do is take one of these blank ones and go print. You turn the card over. You go print.
You didn't turn it over.
I forgot to.
Double
Yeah. That's not gonna.
Ooh.
And I'm really goofing this
Yo,
up.
Migz,
This is
just
embarrassing.
Have fun with it, man. Yeah, we
Have fun with?
Have fun with Chris. Yeah.
Oh, hey, all right. Hey, when you were kids, you ever do that spin art?
Hey,
You put the paper on the thing and triple force, something like that. Same idea. You grab one of these blank ones. You go, whee! You see the ink still moving.
Oh.
You see, I decided to get a little silly here because, I think I'm overthinking this whole printing thing. Look, if magic is really magic, you should be able to grab any card, right? Go like this, print a perfect copy. Look, if magic is really magic, you should be able to just take any card, right? Go like this, print a perfect copy. See, because the real magic in printing is in the fact that it brought us all closer together. For the simple fact, for the first time, all of us, all of you, got your own copy. Yes, folks. That's the way to do it. My name is Migz. Now, if I can do that with money, then we'd be talking something, right?
Yeah, Migz, if you could do it with money, it'd be all the same.
Bravo, guys. Man.
Well, then I could work my escape act, right?
Yeah. You might want to keep stick to the magic there.
Yeah.
You never cease to amaze. Now I know your specialty is sleight of hand, and I have to turn it to Raven. Raven, this is what makes your dual act so special, is that Migz is the sleight of hand artist. You are the mentalist. Could you give us like an overall review of what mentalism is for people out there who don't know what it is?
Well, I think mentalism goes a little bit deeper. What I try to do is try to connect with an individual, whether they're thinking of maybe a childhood friend or a playing card, or maybe make a connection where we both end up in the same position, the same spot, whether it's fate or free will. No one will ever know, but it really is more of a personal connection with the individual, where they really feel like they've made a connection with you, and that's what we try to pursue in some of the magic that I perform. And of course, there's also comedy. I can't help but throw a little New York isms in my way there. So yeah, we always have fun doing it, and it's always for entertainment purposes. Yeah. But Migz, that was great, wasn't it?
And I want to point something out too.
Yeah.
One of the advantages of doing a two-person act and doing the different types of magic, I always say I'm the setup guy and he's the closer. He's the, I set him up, he knocks him down. Because what he does, the type of mentalism magic, it really has that strong impact. So that's why it works so good as a team, going back and forth. And every show has to have different textures up and valley. Like I'll come in, we do something together. And that's our formula. We do something together, and then I'll do something razzle dazzle, fancy thing. And at that time, now the audience needs something else. Now they need to bring it down. Now we need to change it. We need to slow things down. And that's when Raven comes in. And all of this sets up, and it does make for a good show.
Yes.
We try anyway. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it.
I didn't build you up too much there, huh?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. You put a little pressure on me now. Maybe I'm not that good. Here we go. But that we'd like to, can I share something with you, Chris? Can I try something?
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm going to get into my scene now, and we're going to talk about playing cards. Now, you know, a deck of playing cards, you've seen him do some sleight of hand. I'm going to try to see if I can't make a connection with you in a different way. A question for you, though, Chris, and I really haven't answered. Before we begin tonight, because you are going to be the chosen person, please attest that we have not set anything up in advance. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. Because otherwise this would just be cheating, which I'm not against, but you know, I want to do it without you guys knowing it. So, but this would never. I wouldn't do that. So normally I would pick somebody from a Zoom audience, but we're doing a little different tonight. So, question for you: are you a person that believes more in free will or destiny?
I say destiny.
Destiny. I had a feeling about you. You got the mask going and stuff. You know, Chris, I think it's a combination of the two. I think sometimes what seems like a series of free will choices is actually fate steering you down that ultimate path of destiny. And tonight, you and I are going to see if we can create that moment together. And what I want to talk about these cards a little bit and educate some of the people here that might not be aware. A deck of playing cards has a lot of similarities to a calendar. See, it connects us in a much deeper way than you might have imagined. If you think about it, there's 4 seasons, there's 4 suits. There's 12 picture cards in the deck. There's 12 months in a year. There's 52 weeks in a year, 52 cards in the deck. And if you added up all the values of the cards, like ace representing 1, jack 11, queen 12, and king 13, totals 365. It's probably a lot of people weren't aware of that. It really is true. And tonight, you and I are going to see if we can make our paths converge and create destiny. And what I'd like you to do, first of all, and just kind of pop this in your head, keep it to yourself. We have 52 different cards here. I want you, in your mind, to think of a number between 1 and 52. Don't let me know what it is, but let me know when you got the number.
Okay, I have it.
Perfect. And you can change it later, but I want you to lock something in right now. Now, Chris, I'm going to ask you a few questions. And with that, I am going to, choose a playing card that best represents some of the answers that you respond to tonight. So let's begin by asking you something. If you were to own a boat,
yes,
what would you name it?
What would I need? You want me to tell you?
Just say it out loud. Yeah, what would you name it?
How about Ducky?
Ducky. Okay, all right, that's interesting. Any particular reason why Ducky?
It reminds me of Rubber Ducky, you know, so a very comforting
Sesame Street kind of a thing. Yes. Elmer, Ernie, and Bert. Okay, gotcha. Rubber Ducky. Okay, here's another one for you. And I think this you can relate to this because I think you're that type of guy. If you could obtain one superpower, what would it be and why?
Flying. Just a sense of freedom of flying.
That's the second person that answered that with flying. That's interesting. Have you ever had dreams of flying like that? Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, I did. You know, they're surreal. They oftentimes feel real, but you know, I definitely have this fascination over flying, or at least the thought of it.
With the Rubber Ducky, he could have his own little one of those little things like the whole flying suit. And last question for you, and again, it's open for you. If you could time travel anywhere, where would you go, and why?
Well, you know that my character is Faust, a pantomime character. So I would love to go back to when pantomime had been sort of created, and that's like the early 1900s, 1970s.
That would be something. That would be very cool.
Yeah. So
very interesting. There's so much to learn there, right? And
yes. Yes.
Kind of a different time altogether. Not a lot of people are familiar with, right?
Absolutely. You're correct.
You know what? I've got a card. It's clear. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to mix these up one more time. These questions helped me out tonight, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to make a prediction. And not really a prediction, but something that represents you more or less on this piece of paper. It was clear to me with your answers. I'm going to write this down here, and I'm going to just put it right here, Chris.
Okay.
I can't change my mind at this point. I've already locked my decision in. For the very first time, Chris, the number that you selected from 1 to 52, what was that number?
Number 7.
Number 7.
Yes.
Now, like, I know you're a magician, right? And tonight we're trying to make a connection. My goal is to try to count down to the 7th card, and hopefully it'll be the card that I chose. Now, normally I would do this a little bit differently, but like, you're a magician, I want to do this in reverse.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the Jack of Spades was what I selected that represented you. A little reading on this, though. The Royal Jack of Spades. It's actually you're destined for success. Well, it's definitely headed for success. And the Jack itself walks a fine line between hard work and wisdom, sort of like the spiritual and the physical world. And lastly, I picked the spade because it told me something about you, that you're the kind of guy that likes to look at magic in a more esoteric kind of way. And I think you kind of told me that by saying you'd like to go back in time with those times with the mass. And I think that would be kind of cool. So it was clear to me that the Jack of Spades from your answers was that. And the rubber duck, he sealed it all. But we'll talk about that at another time. But with that said, Chris, you picked the number 7. Now, do you want to change your mind, or are you happy with 7?
No, I'm happy with 7.
Okay, I'm going to do this as slowly as I can. Let's take a look at the cards that you didn't select.
Okay.
Number 1, you would have selected the 7 of Spades.
Okay.
Number 2 would have been a 9. Number 3, Ace of Spades. Number 4. Number 5, you can stop at 5 if you want.
No, I'll stick with 7.
5's the Jack of Hearts. No on 6?
No.
6 was the 2 of Clubs. I'm going to isolate the one card, number 7. Number 8 would have been the 6 of Clubs.
Okay.
Number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12. My point is, Chris, every single card is completely different. And I'll be honest with you, brother, I don't see any Jack of Spades. I was trying to make a connection with you tonight, trying to create destiny. I don't see any Jack of Spades that represented you until now.
Oh,
brother, I think we definitely made a connection. We definitely created destiny together in a very magical way. You definitely continue on your path of success, my friend. You're doing a great job, and I think the esoteric magic is definitely fit your style. So you've done a great job.
Thank you so much, Raven. I can't tell you enough how you and Migz, and I can see that there are a round of applause.
This is for you, brother. This is for you. This is for you.
Raven.
Thank you. I mean, we love you, man. And Migz, come on back in, man.
Yeah, come back in. You know, I can't tell you enough that you guys coming on and showing, you know, this chemistry that you two have is just rare. I think, you know, I've worked with a lot of people. Just collaboration is different, but partnership is just on a different level. And I can see that you guys are sincere, and this is what you truly have together. And I'm glad that everyone out there watching, and there are a lot of people watching tonight, can see what this chemistry and this partnership is about. And that's what I wanted to show these people. So thank you once again for coming on, Raven and Migz. And Christian Mathur says it's a great trick, Ron Gasecki. And I'm just showing this because I know you guys can't see it. Frank is out there. Judy is out there
Hey,
saying,
Judy, hey.
Frank, we know Frank.
You know Frank. Hey, Frank.
so
Frank
there
is
you
in.
go. And even I know you know who Stephen Becker is. He also said,
yeah.
Steve, we love you, bro. We miss you
yes.
so much, man. We can't wait to hang out again. He's got such cool clothes, man. He's like a mafia guy. I like that. Oh, but he does other stuff too. But I like his mafia clothes. I'm just saying.
So Raven, Migz, I have to ask, for anyone out there who hasn't ever seen your show, and this is more of a philosophical question, what do you want them to walk out with after seeing your show? What is that feeling? What is that, experience that you want them to walk out?
Oh, real easy. And again, it comes back to the way we started this. And we said our whole thing is entertainment. I want people to just say, man, that was a good time. Wow, that was a fun 45 minutes that we had. Wow, I can't believe it went that fast.
Yes.
I want to do it again.
And of course, the magic has to be strong. But most importantly, I think for now, as far as the virtual world goes, we try to mix a little bit of watch me magic with interactive magic. And I really like to make a connection with the audience. It's a different type of magic, but it's a lot of fun. And once we get back on stage, the sky's the limit. This has been a tough year for all of us, guys. But what Migz and I have learned through the last year is what's kept us together, what's kept me together, honestly, is friends and family.
Yes.
This guy here has been definitely a lifesaver from the last year. While we've done our social distancing, we've had our shots. But in the meantime, we kept our masks on, we practiced, and we kept in touch through Zoom, fortunately. And
A lot of Zoom in the beginning.
my wife has been amazing through this entire year, helping us with the magic.
Actually, yeah, she helped. She started helping them out with it. 'Cause
The IT person.
I was nowhere to be
and,
found.
it's just been so. While this has been a tough time for all of us, there is a lot of positive that's come out of it, and those are the two right at the top. My wife and Migz, right there, has been fantastic. So I mean, family and friends, you can't go wrong. Stick
Right.
with that, and you'll always come out a winner. We're going to get through this, and I think we're taking a turn. So I'm excited to hopefully see everybody back at the Magic Castle. We'll just say soon. I don't know.
And you brought up a great point, Raven. This is a very strange and difficult time for a lot of us. I know before COVID, you guys were performing live pretty much everywhere. I seen you guys all over the place, and you guys pivoted. Yeah. You pivoted during this strange time. You adjusted, and which leads us here today to a virtual platform. And so I know that, Raven, you've taken on this platform and you've ran away with it, which is partly why I wanted you to come on. And let me just say this. A lot of people use the virtual background as just a background. I think, and I do the same, but what I think is different in yours, and what I would like to tell people is that Raven and Migz uses this green screen and virtual platform like it is another performer in the show.
I think so. I like to as another layer in the performance. It doesn't. I don't want it to take away from it. I just wanted to add to it. I wanted to. I mean, let's face it. We're watching a TV show, so to speak, right? So shouldn't it look at least close to that? I mean, with maybe an applause once in a while and some interactive visual like eye candy, because I know you're probably feeding your kid or that dog is running across the way, and we're competing against like a lot of stuff going on in your own home. So of course we want to try to make it as fun and as quick and as entertaining as possible.
Well, I want to add to that.
Yeah.
When we perform live, one of the things we did a lot is we added music and sound effects. And in a live setting, it was enough to add another layer to the performance. But in this, now we have the advantage of having a background. I could go to 1465. And not really, but we could all have fun with that. There's a visual. Now, not only do we have audio, we have one more thing to do. And why not? It's there.
I love it. I've always loved the creative thing. And even when I was a kid, I've always played around with, magic and fantasies and stuff. So this is really just an extension of that. It just gave me a reason to now have 3 cameras, a giant green screen, 17 lights, computer, 4 monitors. I'm sorry. I don't have a living room anymore. No, this is a studio, actually. I'm upstairs. But I've been fortunate to, my wife and I have a wonderful home, and I have a beautiful area to set up shop. And I pulled Migz in, and we're having a fun time in the meantime. But, you know, and we'll be back live soon, somewhere near you, hopefully.
And I do want to point something out. I mean, we're on here today really because of his efforts and all the work that he put in. I mean, originally, you know, when I was first offered a virtual show, I turned it down because I didn't have the means. I knew kind of what would have to go into it. But Ravens, and again, this is the benefit of a partnership. His mind was different. He says, you know what? I'm going to take that challenge. I don't know anything about this, but I'm going to do it. And he did allow me to check in on him and see and add tips and hear and get feedback. But he did the bulk of the work. Right. And in just a little time, by the time I agreed, I guess, to do the Halloween show, that was the first time.
That was fun.
And I believe, Chris, you were in that show too.
Yes. We had a great time. We did a cool Halloween.
And that show was a success. We got written up in Vanish magazine, Vanish International.
Tried by Nick Lewin,
Nick,
he's a fantastic magician. So he had an opportunity to watch the show, and we were honored to be part of that. So it's been a nice journey. It's been fun. You know, it's gotten me through the year of not doing magic. I mean, our fellow performers, we haven't worked much other than virtually. And you know, nobody knows more than you. You're on more than I Love Lucy, but that's okay. We love you, man.
More than anyone.
Yeah, this is great. Like you can see him on any channel at any time.
Which leads me to this question, guys. We've definitely gone through a journey. You guys have a show coming up. Could you tell us a little bit about that so people can watch?
Let me give you a date first. Now, first of all, it's March 27th. That's a Saturday. It's at 4 p.m. Pacific time. We wanted to be able to catch the East Coast people, so we kind of set it somewhere in the middle. No matter what, somebody's going to yell at us from France or something, and that's cool. But we try to make it fair. And listen, it's $10 for a device, so you can have 15 people in your house. We have like a 45-minute show. It's family friendly. Some of the stuff you might have seen, a lot of the stuff is different. 2 out of the 3 tricks, I don't even think we're doing. We just did something special for you guys tonight. This was just worked up for the Chris Herren as Faust show. But so we're doing something. And this guy here, as a tease, he put together a battery-operated candles. I mean, we all know that fire is really not allowed in any kind of venue anymore. So where once appearing and disappearing candles were very popular, well, you really can't do that anymore. This guy here, Einstein, created this entire routine with appearing and disappearing candles that are battery lit, that look like they're lit, and he even has a lighter that's looks like it's real and it's battery operated. It's a piece that he's never performed live, and we got it for you on this next show. It's never going to be shown again. So some of you, and this is the one that you won.
Well, actually, let me elaborate. Yeah,
Please.
I mean, I rarely perform it, and I haven't done it at all in one of these virtual shows. And you can't look it up because it's not on social media or YouTube or anywhere. Because going into this, we thought, well, we want to do something special for people that have already seen us. What can we add? Well, Chris, the show we were at, the convention.
Yes.
One of the ones that won me the gold medal. In fact, I'm doing 2 routines from there. One with the close up.
Oh, that's right.
And the candles, which is it's an upgrade to Fantasio's candle routines. If you've ever seen one.
So any magicians out there, this is definitely worth to see. It's a very creative routine that
something new.
It doesn't exist. I wish he could make them in like hundreds because they would sell, but it's a tough thing to make. He's created the battery to do different things. It really is an amazing thing. So just for that, again, $10, May 27th, 4 p.m. Pacific time. It's family friendly. We perform for adults and kids. They enjoy it just as much. It's very visual. He's going to be doing some really cool stuff, as well as I, and together we'll be doing things. So we hope to catch you there. The link is on our websites. We have Instagram, Facebook, and all of that. I know, Chris, you're going to show that in just a bit. So you can catch us on any of those mediums and purchase a ticket. It's purchased through Well Attended, and this is a great place. You literally, it's like one click. It takes you right to the ticket. You pay, you're done. We know your name. You get an email sent to you. It's very on the up and up. It's beautiful. It's easy. And that day comes, you click on the Zoom link, and there we are. We're going to do some magic for you. So
we can complete. So for the people out there just watching, this is the March 27th show. I'll have a little banner on the bottom of the screen so that they could reach out to you. but specifically follow them on Raven and Migz on Facebook so they can inquire and figure out on and how to get these tickets.
Absolutely.
But you guys are very accessible. You're also on Instagram, and I'll put that on there as Slightly Mental Magic. Now, before we go, guys, I did have to ask you, Slightly Mental Magic. Could you elaborate on how and who came up with that name?
You know, it's interesting on who came up with that name. We both came up with that name at different times. It was kind of a weird thing. Like he had mentioned it, or when I had like, hey, I got it. Somehow we came together on it.
It's not just brand new to us. I mean, we'd rather since 2016 or whatever, it's a Raven and Migz show because it's definitely more personalized. But Slightly Mental was because he does sleight of hand and I do mind reading, so it kind of fit in. That's why the Slightly Mental is SLEIGHT.
Like sleight of hand.
Yeah, people ask that all the time, so they might have misspelled that. Maybe we didn't do the best marketing when we were thinking about it, but you know, maybe it should have had an eye. I don't know, but you'll find us. We'll be on Instagram, and if you look for us, we'll be there. If you do Raven and Migz on Google, hey, we come up now. We're old enough.
Yes, quite extensively. I looked you guys up, and there's a lot of posts or a lot.
And I got YouTube stuff up, so yeah. We're
Raven and Migz, guys, once again, for people out there watching, March 27th, their new virtual show, new performances, new material. I can't say enough that, you know, this show will blow your mind just from the virtual platform.
We'll have fun doing it. And again, the price is right. We want to connect with our friends again, even if it's just virtually. We'd love to see you there. You know who you are. So $10, come down. We want to fill that room up and have fun. So again, Chris, we appreciate you having us on your show. I watch you personally. You know, I'm always watching from afar, and I enjoy what you do. I think you've taken the virtual world and you're having fun with it. And you're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
For anybody that has not seen Chris Herren as Faust, he does a phenomenal magic act. He's inspired by the famous Jeff McBride. I highly recommend it. This guy is amazing. That's how we found him, and we've been friends ever since. So
and we requested him.
He's been on our show.
We want him.
Yeah,
we're like,
hey,
get that guy over here.
Exactly.
Guys, you guys are truly friends, and more like family to me. I've known you guys for years. And I finally got you guys on here. I can't thank you enough.
It took a year. I think a year today. The Magic Castle closed. You know, there you go.
So to close our show, guys, and I wish we could keep on going, but this will go on all night. I promise you that. Guys, I always ask my featured guests to leave with a positive message or a thought to close the show to the audience. Is there anything you want to say to the audience before we close out?
There is hope.
Yeah, and I think, like I mentioned earlier, I think just there is hope. We will get through this, and what worked for us is family and friends. It's been like that forever, and that is the key. It's like stick with your family, stick with your friends, and they will get you through all of this, and we will come out a better person. I know that things are changing, and we're looking forward to the future. So we hope that you all do the same, and we can get through this together. Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Raven and Migz, and I'm Chris Herren as Faust, your host. And I think it's well said, there is hope, and we will see you in the real world sometime soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you.
Raven, Migz, thank you so much.
Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you again. Good night, everyone.
Thanks.